You're here today? Beautiful. Thank you so much. So you already know where we are. This is Harmony Spiritual Center, and we're a teaching center. And it's just all about helping one another live the best life, the greatest life that we are here to live. That's all we do, is just keep reminding each other of the truth of our nature. We're here, we are individualized expressions of the one love, and we're here to live a great life. That is all that we need to know, just that. So last week I was talking about, so this whole month has been about gratitude. You know, it's Thanksgiving and it's November, and we're grateful all the time, but I just wanted to focus on it because this is the Thanksgiving month. And so last week we talked about the creative power of gratitude. It seems the more you appreciate, the more you get. The more you think of something and are so happy with it, even if you're not happy with it, appreciative of it being with you, the more we get. That's just the way it is. It is creative. And so this week I want to talk about that gratitude doesn't erase hardship. It doesn't. We are still humans living a human experience. We are God in a human experience. And we still have things that bring tears to our eyes that we would consider a hardship. But I want to talk about how we reframe hardship. And it's not about looking at life through rose-colored glasses, which means that we deny that anything is happening. Things are happening. We know that. I certainly know that I kept closing my eyes because I don't want to admit it, but it is true. I'm getting older. Can you believe that? But what is the alternative? I prefer this to the alternative. So these are the things that are going on. And so let's look about how we reframe whatever it is that we're looking at that we think is a hardship or something we have to go through. We're not really happy about it. Because here's what we know, and here's what gratitude teaches us. Whatever we're going through, whatever is happening to us, even in this, God is with us. Even in this. And so if we remember that as we're going through whatever we're going through, that God always is with us, has to be, because we are the divine. And the only time that God is not with us is when we don't remember that God actually is. And we just have to remind ourselves, God is always here. And so what does reframing a hardship or something you're going through, what does it look like? So I'm going to share a couple of things that I needed to reframe. And one was when I was living overseas, 24 hours away from my home here in Texas, on an airplane, 24 hours on a plane. I was living overseas, and my sister died. She wasn't ill. Nothing was going on. She just, in the middle of eating her dinner, died. It was a shock to all of us. And even as I think of it now, I'm still sad about the fact that she's not here. But she is in my heart. And all of the memories that we have together growing up. We were 2 years apart. And so it was like the two of us. And then 5 years later, my brother and baby sister. So we were the parents of the two little ones. And she and I were really good friends. And we had plans. That's part of my sadness, is that we always have plans, don't we? Don't you guys have plans for next week? Don't you have plans for Christmas? Some people are shaking their heads at plans. What are those? But we always have plans. And that's just the nature of our minds and just, thinking about how we want to live our lives and what we want to bring in. Because as we talked about it this morning, in our it's not a Bible study, but in our study group, we have to say what it is we want and let Spirit know what it is that we want. We can't just think, we're just going to be, God, you must know what I want, just bring it. No, that's not how it works. Yes, God does know. But until you claim it, until you say it's something you want, it's not happening. So yeah, that's what we get to do. And so we make plans so we can claim our lives. And that's okay. But when my sister passed away, and it was so devastating to me because we did have plans. And I still think about what we could have done. And I think about what we did do and how happy I was that she was my sister. But what brought comfort and what helped me reframe it wasn't that she hadn't died, but how grateful I was that she had lived. how grateful I was that she was in my life. But not only that, how grateful, what I got to understand about who she was to so many other people. I had no idea. It's just your sister, right? It's just, you know, it's just my sister, family member. We had 5 memorials for her. That's how many groups of people wanted to say goodbye. The family, where she worked, her church. There was a group of college kids, because she was a counselor, and she helped them from the time they came in as a freshman to graduate all the way. So she was with them for 4 years, helping them grow. So those kids wanted to say goodbye to her, and there was another group, I can't remember who the other group was. But so we ended up going to, like, you know, and everybody wanted us to come, the family, right, because they wanted to share their sadness. But after about the 3rd memorial, I couldn't take any more sadness. I couldn't do it. But it was just so amazing for us to recognize how much she was loved. She wasn't just our sister. She loved so many people. And so the comfort came with understanding who she was to so many people. That she wasn't just my sister, and I knew what she did for me. She was always there for me. Whatever I was going through, she would always tell me, it's going to be all right. You know it's going to be all right. You know God. It's going to be all right. And it's just to have someone who loves you, who knows you, and who can say something that helps your heart heal. That's who she was for me. That's who she was for so many people. And so that's what, so the reframing is not that she didn't die. She did. But the reframing was that it wasn't as devastating as I thought it was. Yes, she wasn't here. She physically is not here. But everything she did for me, everything she did for everyone else is always, I'm talking about it today. Okay, it's always with me. That's the reframing. Like what, so you could ask yourself, there's some questions that you can ask yourself when you're reframing a hardship. This is a question I ask myself all the time. What's this about? Whatever I'm feeling, whatever's going on, you could ask yourself the question, what is this about? Like, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? Is it me? Is it the loss of her? What is this about? Number 2, the intention. What is God's intention for myself and for others? What's God's intention? Took her back early? Okay. What is God's intention? And I don't know. I mean, I know what it was for me. We're not promised any amount of time. So we get very comfortable with thinking, okay, well, you know, the average age, we're probably going to live from 0 to 70, 80, 90. We keep pushing that envelope. But we don't know that. Only the soul knows how long they have here. Only the soul knows. We get very comfortable thinking that somebody's going to be around a long time. So that was one thing for me, was the wake-up call to enjoy every single day and take nothing for granted. Nothing for granted. Now, she didn't die for that reason. She simply passed away. But what did I get? What do you get? What is this about? This is the question you ask yourself. What is the learning for me? What's this experience? What is this grief showing me? Well, that I know how to love. That my sister was worthy of love. I know what love looked like. So these are questions you get to ask yourself. So if we live any amount of time, you're going to have hardships. You're going to have grief. People you love are going to be suffering. And so you're going to suffer along with them and try to figure out how you can ease their suffering and yours as well. That's what we get to do. So every experience, it's not necessarily about you, but what do you learn from that experience? What is in it for you? This is the question I ask myself. What's in this for me? That's what we get to do. So we just get to reframe the hardship. Yes, we can go through. We don't have to jump over it like it's not a hardship, like we're not sad. I didn't jump over the grief. I allowed myself to grieve. I allowed it. And I still have moments of grief. Grief is it's a funny thing. It doesn't go away. The impact of it, no, the impact is still strong. I'm just taking that lessons. No, it doesn't. The impact doesn't lessen. But I don't break out into tears every time I think about my sister. That lessens. That I get to look at what she gave me as opposed to what was taken from me. I'd see that much more. I feel the gratitude. This is the gratitude situation, which is why I'm talking about this now. When we reframe the hardship, when we reframe the grief, gratitude pops up. All the gratitude for having known this person, for having this person in my life, for what they did, what I got to do with and for them. This is what we get to do. So that's part of the reframe.
Remembering that grief doesn't have a shelf life.
It does not. It doesn't. She said grief. You said grief doesn't have a shelf life. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't have a shelf life. It continues. The other thing that I wanted to share with you, and just I'm talking about a couple of things to reframe, is aging. If we are lucky enough to age, there are things that come with it. And here's one thing that happens so often, I have to laugh about it and just wait. Because I will have a thought and get to racing into another room to go do whatever it is the thought told me to go do. And by the time I get there, what are you here for? What are you doing? Seriously, unbelievable. Happens so often. And what I hear a lot of nodding heads. And so what I've come to understand is, what does it matter what I was going to do? There's always other stuff to do, right? I mean, okay, so that one thing, and it will pop back in, or it won't. So this aging thing is the thing that allows me to relax about life. The things I thought was important, that I remember what I was going to do from one room to the next. Who cares? I'm in this room. I'm in that room. Okay. Something else, believe me, and you know this already. Something else is going to pop up. I'll do that instead. Maybe it was the thing I was thinking about to begin with. Who remembers? It don't matter. So we want to do what I do, what I'm talking about. This is the reframe. I'm not 20. I'm not 25. I don't have that memory. And here's the thing that I know, looking back. I do remember this, that whatever it was I was doing at 25 wasn't really that important. We think it was, but it wasn't. So that just shares with me that what you don't need all of that memory. Whatever comes up is going to come up. Whatever you didn't come up, it doesn't come up. Okay, all right. There's so many other things, so many other people that I can think about, that I can love. Here's the other thing I want to share with you. I love this. My iPhone. I live with my iPhone. I can't tell you how many reminders and alarms I got going off. But here's the thing. The alarm goes off, I'm like, what's this about? So thank God I can actually name it. I can say pie in the oven. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me get that out. Right? So these are wonderful things that we get to do. So it's all about adapting. If I walked out in the mall and fell down the stairs and broke my leg, I'd be grateful for crutches and a little wheelchair and all the tools that allow you to live the life you have to live right now because of whatever is going on, right? So it's not just my mental capacity. I'm still smart. I may not be able to hang on to things, but I can remember. I can write later. I can't remember always, but I can remember at some point or not. But there are tools. So it's about reframing and not being so upset about what you can't do and think about what you can do. I can do these things. I can still write, I can still think, I can still love, I can still talk with my friends. I still have memory of great experiences that I get to share. We still have a great life. It's a different life. And it should be. At 2 years old, at 5 years old, at 17, okay, that's how life is. I'm not living a 17-year-old life. Who would want to? Once you're past 17, you look back like, oh my God, who wants to go back there? Not I. So love where you're at. That's the reframe. Wherever I am, I'm glad to be here. My sister's not here. Other people I love are not here. And someday I'm not going to be here. So I don't want to waste time worrying about what I can't do. Let's not waste time with that. Whatever time we have, love it. Love yourself. We can stop just being upset with ourselves because of what used to be, and talk about what is, and be grateful for what is. I have this community, these partners in believing, partners in knowing the truth about who we are. I know what is important. That's all we have to do. Know what's important. The people we love, I still get to see them. I had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. At first, I was upset because generally the whole family gets together. This is everybody from Waco, from Houston. Everybody just comes up to somebody's house and climbs in and just follow, just all at somebody's house. And you don't get to visit everybody because there's too many people. It's too loud. It's too many people. It's very tiring. So this year, people said, you know what? I want to go visit this part of my family, my husband's family, whatever it was. And so I just got to spend Thanksgiving with my son and his family. And so it was a small group. And so we all got to talk with each other, sit and have dinner together, play games together. It was lovely. Now, for Christmas, we're going to all get together, and it's going to be crazy. But that's okay. That's lovely. That's what we get to do. So we get to decide. I'm still alive. I may not be alive next week. I made plans, though, just in case. Just in case. That's all. And if the plans don't come together, they don't come together. So I'll make some other plans. It'll be all right. I'll get some cookies for my friend and have a great, great holiday. That's what it is. That's what we do. So that's what I wanted to remind you of. To be grateful, even in this, whatever this is, where we don't get to spend the holiday with the people we wanted to spend the holiday with. That's okay. Who are you spending? I don't know, people have met my cats. I have cats now. Yep, thank you very much. I have cats now, so they're a handful. A handful. So that's fine. That's different. That's different for me. We get to make choices. We get to love who we love, who we want to love, make decisions. Don't worry about what's not here anymore. Just be grateful for what is. Grateful. That is how we reframe it. We're looking for purpose. Why am I here? Here in this situation. That's what Mom said. What's this about, Spirit? You guys hear me talking to Spirit all the time. What is this about? And Spirit said, whatever you want to make it about. Doesn't need to be about anything. Why does everything have to be about something? It doesn't. It doesn't. It's about you being here alive and this thing happened and move on. So, don't make a big deal out of it. So what's this about? This question I ask all the time. What's the opportunity here? What's the opportunity? There's three things I'm talking about. What's this about? What's the opportunity? The opportunity for me is to be grateful for what is. Not worrying about what isn't. That didn't show up the way I thought. What's here right now that I can be grateful for? There's a whole lot. There's a whole lot. If that's the focus that we have, what's to be grateful for right now? And then the final thing, which is really something we do, we don't like to think of who we are, but we do, is that we flip the script from being the victim to being the hero in your own life. You're not a victim. You're alive. You have choices. We are alive in America. Okay? And some people may think that that's a problem, but I think I love it. I love that I was born an American. I'm glad about that. There's a lot of freedoms that we have. So I'm glad about that. I'm glad for a number of things. I'm not a victim. I will never be a victim. None of us really are. What we are heroes in our own life. So be a hero in your life and live the life you want to live. Live the life you want to live. Nobody else has control over that but you. You're the only one. One of the best ways to be a hero in your life is to be grateful for the life you have. And if you start counting up the things you have to be grateful for, you don't have enough time. You really won't. You won't have enough time to list them all. There's a lot. There's a great deal. So that's all I wanted to share with you. It's those kind of things. Gratitude is creative. It's healing. You can reframe your life. So anytime that you're thinking things aren't quite going your way, you can stop that thought. Just stop it. Just stop the thought. Say, wait a minute. Okay, that may be true. what is going my way? What is going my way? What's true here? What can I be grateful for? And know that just being here above ground and breathing is a huge thing. So be grateful for that. Thank you so much.